Nice to be here.
Where are we at? Where are we, what's this restaurant?
Victoria Station.
Cafe Reed.
Vinny's.
Cafe Reed.
Some of the best food you're going to get in.
This is the Gatwick North Terminal.
Passengers given and gone to the last passengers on this service. Please make your way immediately to
Waiting for Shame and Patty.
Flight has boarded. Thank you.
Sarah's over there someplace. Waiting to depart for Naples. There's Sarah waiting for everybody.
It's
5 minutes to go. What's the hurry? You are looking at the map of the boot of Italy from Naples to Sicily. On September 16th, Sarah and I flew to London. We stayed overnight. We met Rachel and Mark for dinner. The next morning, we met barely Shamey and Patty at the airport. We flew to Naples by British Airways. Then we rented a car in Naples and we drove down to Amalfi. We stayed in the Hotel Riviera. A short ways west of there is the town of Priano, where Steve and Susan were married. On Sunday morning, Sarah, Patty, Shamey, and I drove down to Maratea, where we stayed the first night. From there, we drove down the coast and stayed overnight in Cosenza. We then drove from there to Palmi, P-A-L-M-I. Shamey and Patty took an extra little trip to Scilla and back. The next trip was from there across the boot to a wonderful little town called Colonia, and then we ended up in Stilo, S-T-I-L-O, where we stayed the next night. From there, we took this route to Catanzaro or Taverna, where we stayed the following night. We then followed this windy road to San Giovanni, and then we spent some time in this little town called Santa Severina. Our next stop was along here in Rossano, where licorice was invented. From there we took this route and we wanted to go to this little small town called Aliano, A-L-I-N-O, but we couldn't get there because we were obstructed by a bike race that was taking place at the time. Aialano is a small town where Carlos Levi was exiled by the Nazis. We continued on our trip to Pistici, and from there we went up to Matera. We spent 2 days in Matera. We came back this route, and we ended up coming into Positano. Positano is just east of Sorrento, very close to Amalfi. We spent 2 days in Positano. The next day we went to Naples, but on the way to Naples we stopped at Pompeii for several hours to look at the ruins. From there we went back to Naples. We caught a plane at 7:10 in the morning in Naples. We flew to London, where we took Northwest to Minneapolis. Shane and Patty took American to Los Angeles, and that was the end of a wonderful trip.